Good afternoon. The time now is 12:30 on this Friday. I hope you are having a very nice day. I'm Julie Broughton. This is Take 6. Thank you so much for spending some time with us this afternoon for your afternoon news break. Now, we will have a check of your forecast. I will tell you I was just outside trying to warm up a little bit earlier, and man, it feels so nice outside. We will be flirting with near record territory going into the 80s, which is the first time we've been into the 80s this month. So we'll check that for you in just a moment. And also, every Friday, we bring you our Getting Results Award winner. That is where we highlight someone who is doing great things in the community. And the woman we featured this week, she started a group called Mommy Wants a Break. I think lots of people can identify with that. So we'll show you how she's taking a virtual group and turning it into an online community. But first, as part of President Trump's immigration crackdown, he has recently announced his decision to revoke temporary protected status for Venezuelans. News 6's Stephanie Rodriguez is following this story for us today. She joins us live now from Kissimmee. And Stephanie, you just heard from Representative Darren Soto about this.
Hey, Julie. Yeah, so Darren Soto had a press conference here at his office with several community leaders and members that are impacted by not only TPS being rolled back for Venezuelans, but also other issues that the president has tackled in his few days in office so far. When it comes specifically to TPS, Darren Soto actually showed us a letter that he just wrote and sent to Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem and Marco Rubio, our brand new Secretary of State, denouncing the rollback of TPS for Venezuelans, saying that he opposes it strongly, that they want an explanation to Congress as to why this decision was made, and just citing all of the things that they think are happening in Venezuela that continue to impact Venezuelans here in America. So it should be enough reason for them to continue to have temporary protected status, which I'll explain is given to a lot of countries, and they have to meet criteria like having an ongoing armed conflict like a civil war, an environmental disaster, or an epidemic, as well as other extraordinary and temporary conditions. Of course, that is up to the United States government to decide those extraordinary and temporary conditions. And a lot of people here in Central Florida and the state of Florida are Venezuelans who do have temporary protected status. So the community here is feeling crushed, and they're not sure what to do next.
Yeah, and I see behind you still quite a bit of a crowd milling around there after the remarks from Congressman Soto. What are you hearing from the people you're talking to in the crowd?
Yeah, so the Venezuelan people specifically that are here are, upset. They had temporary protected status, and it was given to them in 2021 by President Joe Biden. And temporary protected status is something that needs to be renewed, and specifically for the Venezuelan temporary protected status, it needs to be renewed every 18 months. So earlier this month, in January, when President Biden was still in office, his administration did extend temporary protected status for Venezuelans for 18 months. So they were, feeling secure going into the Trump administration, knowing that had been extended. But now we see it was repealed by the Secretary of Homeland Security. So, they weren't expecting it. It wasn't something that President Trump, mentioned when he was running for president, that he was going to target temporary protected status for Venezuelans.
And so the people here in our community who do have that status, who are Venezuelans, I mean, what happens next, or do we know?
Yeah, so temporary protected status gives them protection from deportation, so they can be here in the country without the fear of being deported back to Venezuela. It also gives them a work permit so that they can work and, make ends meet here in the community. So there are a couple of deadlines now that this has been rolled back, that the United States government, once those deadlines are, they come, and they have to decide what to do with the 600,000 people that are currently protected under TPS. And if the protection ends and they decide to not continue it after those deadlines, the day that it ends, they will be in the country illegally without any status of documentation, which means that they will be at risk of deportation once that ends.
Man, that is a complicated issue. You did a great job of breaking it all down and making it more understandable for us. And I know you're working on the story that we'll see later today on News 6, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I spoke with the founder of Casa de Venezuela, who is a champion for TPS here for Venezuelan people, and talked about what they're doing and what they plan to do to kind of combat this. And of course, I have that letter that Congressman Soto sent to the Trump administration and the Secretary of State Marco Rubio and the Secretary of Homeland Security. So I'll be breaking all of this down. And hopefully it'll be, like you said, digestible so everyone can understand what exactly this means and how it impacts those people who have temporary protected status.
All right, Stephanie Rodriguez, live for us in Kissimmee. Thank you so much. And we are going to take a short break. And when we get back, we have a couple of very fun stories for you. We're going to introduce you to a Grammy nominee from Ocoee High School. He is nominated for the Grammy Music Educator of the Year Award. We'll also check in with our Getting Results Award winner this week, and we'll have a check of your full forecast. Stay with us. We're back in 2 minutes. The time now is 12:38. I'm Julie Broughton. Welcome back to Take 6. We're so happy you're sticking around with us. In just a few minutes, we will have a check of your full weekend forecast, which I will tell you is staying on the warm side. But first, the 67th Annual Grammy Awards are set for this Sunday right here on News 6. And every year, the Grammys honor teachers with the Music Educator of the Year Award. And this year, the Ocoee High School band teacher and band director is one of the 10 finalists. News 6 content gatherer Jana Manaholal shows us his passion for his students.
When you think of a high school band director, your first thought typically isn't about the Grammy Awards. But for one Central Florida band director, that's all people can talk about. Meet Bernie Hendricks, Jr., the band director of Ocoee High School.
1, 2, 1, 2. Come on, Travis!
He is one of 10 finalists for the Grammy Music Educator of the Year Award. He served as the band director at Robbinswood Middle School before starting the Ocoee High School Band 20 years ago.
We really enjoy just being here, just being around the kids. They keep me young. You know, like I said, I've been at this 28 years, but I don't look it. All right.
Bernie teaches his students with compassion and humor, encouraging them with these 5 words above the band room doors.
Could always be better. And I see that every day because I feel like there's always a little bit more. What can we do to get better? What can we do to get better? What can I do to make them, the young people, feel like there's always more to see and more that they can do and more that they can explore in life, you know?
That's Jonathan Pierre-Louis, a senior who says he's been inspired by Mr. Hendricks since his freshman year.
Just the way that Mr. Hendricks was so animated and feeling the music and just the vibe of how the music was flowing between everybody. Like just seeing him, I wanted to see myself in his position. That's what really influenced me to get more into music.
If you could describe Mr. Hendricks in one word, what would it be?
Passionate. That's all he is. Just really passionate about everything. You may see him mad sometimes when we're being like silly and goofing off, but it's just because he wants us to get it right. He wants us to be the best that we can because he only wants the best for us.
Hendricks says that while the nomination is incredibly exciting, he hopes that the award continues to bring awareness for the need of creative outlets in schools. In Orlando, Jana Manhwal, Getting Results, News 6.
Congratulations to Mr. Hendricks on his nomination. Now, the winner was announced earlier this week on CBS Mornings, and the Grammy actually went to a teacher from Memphis. But man, being in the top 10, that is incredible. And by the way, you can watch the Grammys this Sunday right here on News 6. Every week on News 6, we introduce you to our Getting Results Award winner. It's always so much fun to go out and meet the people that you nominate who are doing wonderful things in the community. This week, we take you to Lake Nona, and we introduce you to a woman who started a group called Mommy Wants a Break, and she's taking that online community into real life.
Nice to meet you. I'm Gina. Hi. You are. Oh, you're Nora. Hi, Nora. How are you? So good to see you. I know we've been talking on Facebook. Finally.
It's Gina Gray's big day.
The plan is finally coming together.
After months of planning, she's finally bringing her online community together.
There's going to be a lot of connections. I can already see a lot of the mothers, talking amongst themselves.
Gray is the founder of Mommy Wants a Break, a Facebook and Instagram group designed to give moms an outlet to make new connections. But this was about finding something deeper.
Talk about mom things.
It was perfect timing. We got to drop off the boys, and it's perfect. I can do this, pick them back up.
You're going to just choose one of these cards that resonate with you. We're going to do an icebreaker event. Are you a fitness enthusiast? Perhaps you're a movie buff.
Like many of us, Gray moved here from out of state, leaving a support network of family and friends behind.
This is all about you guys. I'm just trying to put something together that we don't have, which is a community. I know there's a lot of Facebook groups and things like that, but there's no one really talking about the things that matter.
As you can see, she's getting results. And a room full of people who just met.
Okay, I went in 2008.
It didn't take long for them to find the words.
It is hard to find other moms in the area because one, we're so busy with our lifestyles, with kids and work, and a lot of us have a lot of things we're doing on the side as well.
And then property taxes, especially in Orange County, they are crazy as well.
It was as if many finally found the connections they were looking for.
I have met some amazing women. It's really just been nice to step outside of the daily and just get to meet new ladies that I probably would not have otherwise met.
There was two moms that were sitting here, and they were just like holding hands and just giving each other love, and it was just wonderful to see.
Social media has the power to connect, but it takes someone special to build a community.
Even though we mostly all just met today, we were all willing to be vulnerable and share. And I thought that was amazing.
You're welcome. It was nice meeting you guys. See you again next month.
So today was definitely a success.
Gina has some more meetups planned in different locations, and we put more information about the group for you on clickorlando.com. So just go there and find this story. And also, if you know someone who's doing something cool that everyone in Central Florida should know about, send me an email at jbroughton@wkmg.com. We are always looking for our next Getting Results Award winner. Let's give a check of your forecast now. Looking really nice for our Friday. We'll start you out with a look at the radar as it is scanning out, showing dry conditions. However, we do have just a few very isolated showers in the forecast. Those will come tomorrow morning along with a weak front that is moving into Central Florida. Satellite and radar imagery, though, showing no rain out there just yet and very little cloud cover right now. Clouds, I think, will increase later tonight once that front moves a little bit closer to us. We started the day with some areas of pretty dense fog and mild temperatures. Our low in both Kissimmee and Orlando was 57. Sanford, you also started at 57. 60 was your low this morning in Daytona Beach, and 61 in Melbourne. Right now, we are sitting at 77 in Orlando. It is 79 in the Villages, and look at that. We have our first 80-degree reading of the day in Melbourne. You're sitting at 80 and 78 in Cocoa Beach. Our winds are coming in out of the south pretty strong at 10 to 20 miles per hour with some higher gusts. So that deep southerly flow will help to kick our temperatures up into the low 80s as we move through the day today. Here's your clouds and rain forecast. We've been talking for the last few days about that weak front that is on the way. This is what it looks like as we stop the clock at 7 o'clock tonight. You're in good shape for your outdoor plans this evening. No rain, but as we head through the overnight hours, that front moves into central Florida by around 2 o'clock tomorrow morning. Brings with it some clouds. Again, we'll be looking at that potential of some fog. And again, very isolated showers. We're officially calling it 20%. I think 20% is probably a little generous, but again, you may run into a few of those showers tomorrow morning. Don't cancel your outdoor plans. We're not talking about a washout. Then we'll get that front to our south by tomorrow afternoon with still a few clouds lingering behind that. So for today, 84 in Orlando, 63 overnight in Kissimmee. I didn't mean to go through those highs so fast. Let's see if we can back it up. There we go. I love the back button. 82 in Ocala, 82 in the Villages, and 82 in Palm Coast today. Overnight, we'll stay mild. Again, a little bit milder than we were this morning because we'll have some cloud cover in that deep southerly flow. So expect 62 in Sanford, 59 in Daytona Beach. Next 7 days showing that 20% chance of rain tomorrow. And then look what happens on Sunday. We go right back into the low 80s. Normal high this time of year, by the way, is 73. We are warmer than that every single day. We'll talk much more about that and let you know how close we get to those record highs today, coming up starting on News 6 at 4. We're so happy you spent some time with us today. If you have any questions or comments for us here at Take 6, head to clickorlando.com/Take 6. Let us know what's on your mind. Otherwise, I'll see you at 4.